Hello, Crypto Novas, and welcome back. My name is Chris Brown, and I am the host of the channel. And today I'm going to do a follow-up video on AMP for those of you who are very interested in AMP. Earlier in the week, middle of last week, I did a price update on what was happening with AMP, and in that video, I also talked about AMP getting onto the Flux Protocol, which happened actually Friday, August 6th. So let's just kind of jump right into it and see exactly what Flux is about and how is AMP associated with it. So for those of you who are interested in AMP, you're going to be interested in this video. I will put some of the links to the Flux website down low because the URLs are a little bit tricky. So essentially, AMP is now available on Flux. Flux is a lending protocol, and what happens is you wind up borrowing your AMP because it changes into what's called a CAMP on the Conflux network, and we'll look at more closely on what that is exactly. But this was a very, very good article that kind of summarized it in terms of basically they're pleased that AMP will be joining the Flux protocol on August 6th. We're hoping that both the partnerships and both these communities help people better utilize crypto in the future. And to introduce what exactly Flux is a borderless, decentralized, secure digital lending protocol created by the 01 team. And so we'll take a look at their website a little bit later. These links are great links. But what essentially happens is you take your AMP, you load it onto the Flux Protocol wallet, either through Shuttleflow or Moonswap. Then you supply the CAMP into the Flux Protocol supply markets, and then you earn pretty high APYs, and you also earn additional tokens. You can then borrow the CAMP that you have while simultaneously earning Flux tokens. So let's take a look at the Flux website itself. It's here, and this is just kind of one of the pages. You'll notice over here that they have different headings for different mainnets, and when you click onto these, you'll have a different series of coins that you will then be able to borrow, lend, etc. And so I'm going to go to the Conflux. It's called I can't even pronounce the name. It's TETHYS. What you'll do is you will find AMP there. You'll see the CAMP there. It's the first listing. It'll give you some information on how much they have in supply right now, which is over 400,000. Here's the APY, which is extremely interesting. And they're giving you an APY of 12.5%, which is a combination of 4.35% plus 8.15%. And what this is essentially, if we go back here to the Flux protocol and hit onto this link, you're going to be, actually, let's go to lending. If we click onto markets and we go up here at the top, we also again see AMP. It shows us the 12.5% APY, and then it tells us what it's equated to. It's the supply APY plus the C Flux distribution APY. So it's a combination. And then on the borrowing, it's the same thing. It's your borrowing APY minus the C Flux distribution. So you're going to really want to get into the details of, what this platform has to offer and what the protocol is and how you actually work within it. As we come back to this particular article, when you scroll down to it, you'll get a link that actually goes to the lending protocol. I'll click on that to kind of show you what that does and where it takes you. It takes you to this place where you have a series of links in terms of how to figure out and understand how Flux works. I'm not going to click on all these for obvious reasons, it would bore you to death, but I wanted to let you know where it was, there was additional information for you to look into to understand. And I think this is a great page. It kind of walks you through the overall accounts and what you should do. And this is extremely helpful for those of you that are interested in using this protocol for lending and borrowing. And that's pretty much all that I wanted to show you. Oh no, there's one other thing. I wanted to show you what happened to the price activity with AMP when this was released on Friday. So let's take a look at AMP, and this is obviously TradingView chart on the 15-minute time frame. And we can see here that on Friday, at the beginning of the day, essentially early in the morning, AMP was sitting at just under 6 cents. It had dropped down all the way to 5.8 cents. During the day, on Friday, it had actually climbed all the way up to it wasn't up, almost a penny in that time frame, ending at about 9 o'clock that night. Then it came kind of crashing down. It popped back up again to like 6.7 cents, if you will, and then it's been retracing down. And here we are sitting at Sunday, and it's kind of back where it started. So the fact that this is what it says to me: the fact that AMP actually has another partnership actually did in fact help the price. It wasn't something that it could last at this point in time, but it is expanding the influence that AMP actually has in the crypto market space. So I think that, to me, this is overall a positive. I think these kind of partnerships will lead to better adoption and more market awareness, which is essentially what this video is about as well. So I hope this, for those of you that are really into AMP and want to keep up to date, I hope this information was helpful to you. That was the whole point. Before I check out, I want to remind you guys that I have the Crypto Novus Cryptionary book for you guys to take a look at and to help you with all the acronyms and definitions within the crypto market space. And that's it for today. I wish you guys the best on the rest of your weekend. Again, my name is Chris Brown. I'm the host. This is Crypto Novus, where newbies become masters. See you in the next video.